That's all I'm saying. We should keep making fun of racism. I'll never stop, Chinky Bear. I believed what I'm saying now yesterday. I just wanted to make sure people understood that, because I know I went pretty hard racially, and races are different. Ethnicity matters. It is a point of contention or bonding, but it's not nearly as valuable as your moral worldview. And if immigrants came in that added to your nation, people wouldn't be that bummed out about it. Like, for example, the Sikhs, a lot of people in Canada like them because they work hard, they, yada, yada, all that stuff. It's a bad sign for heritage Canadians that your males need to be replaced by foreigners. That being said, they don't have the disdain against them like in America certain people have for city blacks, because of the amount of money they cost the taxpayers. You can blame the cultural levers and buttons from rap music, the Great Generation, the Civil Rights Movement, the incentivizing of single moms. I don't know. I can't do science around it because that would require me to do a controlled experiment using people from birth, which isn't remotely possible. All I can do is explain why there's resentment. If a immigrant group doesn't threaten the way of life of the original people and adds to the value of the area, you're going to look at very low resentment. If the immigrant group wants to change the way of life of the people, they don't fit in, they are aggressive, they have a high crime rate, the Irish, there's going to be resentment, especially when they're too drunk to work. Isn't that right, Burn Bear? And so when people say racism, a lot of times they use that word to hide economic warfare. And so I just wanted to clear that up. Asians don't usually cause problems, but with COVID, I want to throttle them, says Chinky Bear. Yeah, I don't fit in great with the Chinese culture. I have respect for their nation. I respect for their leadership. I think Xi's actually doing a really good job with their nation. And I think a lot of Chinese people in America are very hardworking. We have wildly different worldviews, wildly different views of how a government should be, how families should act, like fairness, justice, God, freedom, a lot of stuff that Anglo-Americans take for granted. Other cultures don't have. Like, for example, Outlaws of the Marsh. I read part of it because Vox Day recommended it to understand Chinese people. The best way to understand cultures a lot of times is read their famous literature. So I read that really famous Indian book. I can't remember it now. Not religious. I'm talking about just like literature. It's like this word I don't remember. Like literally like 800 pages. It really, you really understand it better. But anyway, Outlaws of the Marsh, you get a better idea of how Chinese people view crime and punishment. And then you read Crime and Punishment by, I don't know, Tolstoy or Dostoevsky. It's literature has a lot of cultural markers of how people view crime and punishment. So Outlaws of the Marsh, for example, if someone's accused of a crime, it's all about honor, duty, hierarchy, social shame. Like what you witnessed with COVID, it's that times a million. So if you're accused of a crime and it turns out you're innocent, they will still beat you and exile you. Because why were you even accused? And an American would be like, no, but they're innocent. And they're like, what? There really is an absolute, there really is an absolute not seeing eye to eye. That's why, like, I just got this hilarious email from a black Indian Canadian about how much he liked yesterday's stream and how I was right on the money and all that. Ironically, I think some of the biggest conflicts I'm having right now with our heritage, quote-unquote, white, quote-unquote, right-wing Canadians. Because I don't think they realize what's actually happening or what culture is or what an invasion looks like or what they are or how they should have an identity. Canadians don't have an identity outside of cucking maple syrup and hockey. And your hockey pucks are made in Czechoslovakia. Like, you don't even make the hockey, but it's like really weak area. And so we're seeing anybody with an identity take it over. That's why it's like I can see Canada going full Sharia Muslim within a few generations, and fine, I'm not against that. I'm not in control of that. Why would I fight on behalf of white-skinned people with no morality that hate themselves? And then white people could become Muslim in Canada. That's probably where I'm seeing it going, because they don't have a church. They hate Christianity. But the Muslim males know how to dominate, and I think we're seeing that now, because the Gamma male will worship the Muslim, and then his ankle biting will result in beheadings. Isn't half of Canada like naked all the time? Who knows? All the mixed people in the Ontario chat were with you. All the pure whites were a bit butthurt. Haha. Yeah, because they don't understand what's actually happening. Like, I'll show you an example. Because right now they're listening to the pan flute. They're entranced by Muzzies will outbreed Native Canadians. Native Canadians may become Muslim. I mean, look at the Amish in America. I'm not even saying that Islam is the dominant religion. I'm reporting what I'm witnessing with my eyes without these wild emotions. Like, Mormonism and Amish are the only growing religions in America. Muslims probably growing too, especially in prisons. But the Mormon birth rate and the Amish birth rate are wildly higher than Catholic or Protestant birth rates, which are wildly higher than atheist birth rates. And so when you look at that, like, who's actually building strength with their community? And then you see converts. So Canadians are so cuckolded that they will go wherever the strong males tell them to go. Yeah, like Chris Sky is their leader, a bisexual porno star married to a woman who has a girlfriend. That's your leader. I mean, that's literally. And so, a Muslim community would just absolutely destroy. I don't think China's, no offense, Chinky Bear, but I don't think China, I don't know, maybe, who am I to say? What do you mean by Native Canadians? British Canadians. The Canadian nation originally started when they started the parliamentary system of Canada and dominated, and they won that war. I mean, the French and Indian War, all that stuff. It's like they conquered Canada, and they put the First Nations and reservations, and they were conquered people. And that's how it works. When you conquer people, you either kill them all or you never let them leave. All right. That's how it works. I mean, I'm just reporting history, guys. It's not like emotional. So when I say the native population of Canada, I'm talking about the 5, 8, 10 generations of British Canadians. Does England have the same problem? Yeah, but I don't know where it's going to go. And I really want to clear this up because I'm not that race obsessed. I'm just obsessed with the actual definition of words. Like, nation does mean a fractal representation of a family. There is an ethnic component. Citizenship is a tax designation for someone in a geographic area. So when I'm talking about how American nation has a blood to it, that's what the word means. And now what the future entails and who earns the right of the dominant nation, that's not up to me. And frankly, I don't care that much. You understand? Like, I'm really not. That's why a lot of the other, all right,